man, it's good to be back. I haven't been here since I took this class, like Ali said, about a year ago. Since then, I've gotten to do comedy at a lot of really cool places. I did comedy at a strip club the other day. That was a really good time. I was walking around and all the lights were on when I was there, which is a super interesting experience. But I was looking around and there were signs on all the walls that said, absolutely no marijuana use. That's where you're drawing the line in this establishment? Weed? I couldn't believe it. I'm never going to go back. I didn't enjoy my time there, actually. I don't know if you guys know this, but I'm not a hero. I've gotten a job recently, and I work with 2 women. It's just me and 2 women, and we kind of work in a sketchy area. And I've noticed that if they're there by themselves, they'll lock this place up like Fort Knox. They'll set an alarm, and I got to call a couple times to give them a password before they'll let me in. But if they leave me there by myself, they'll open doors, they'll invite. One day they just had a guy in there sending faxes that I didn't know. And I asked them one day, I was like, guys, what is the deal? And they said, well, we feel safe if you're here. We know that you'll protect us in a robbery. I don't know what I've done to convince these women that I'm a hero, but I will plow through these women on the way. The last thing Donna's going to see is me like a fat Heisman trophy, like, get out of the way, lady! They should not bet their life on me. I've been traveling a lot recently, actually. I was flying to Erie, Pennsylvania the other day. Do you guys know where Erie, Pennsylvania is? Kind of, yeah. It's where fat people and white oatmeal comes from. So those are the kind of people I'm about to be dealing with. But I was excited. It was the first time I'd ever bought my own airplane ticket, so I decided to splurge a little bit and upgrade to the exit row so I could have some extra leg room. Once I got to the plane, I found out that the armrests on the exit row don't go up and down, so I kind of have to sit on top of them and let gravity lower me into the seat, like I'm Darth Vader's helmet. But once I'm in the seat, I'm feeling okay, because once you get to a certain size, it's really less about how much you weigh and more of what you can and can't fit into. And airplane seats are one step below only ever wearing sweats with soup stains on them. So I'm feeling okay about myself, and then I went to put on the seatbelt, and it was too small. But I don't freak out. I quietly flag down the sky winch. And I say, I'm sorry, ma'am. I think maybe I booked a child seat. I don't know what happened. Do you have something for people like me? And without missing a beat, this woman looks around the airplane and screams, you can't sit in the exit row if you need the seatbelt extender. You're going to have to switch with somebody. And then she disappears in the cloud of judgment. So now I'm sitting there and everybody's staring at me, but they're not making eye contact. You know, like when you see a midget in a grocery store? Like that. Which, like, it's not my fault. It's not like the airport is Disney and they have like a test seat outside. They're like, hey, if you can't fit in this, you're not gonna get on this airplane. But... So I don't feel like this is my fault. But finally, she comes stalking back down the aisle with this bright red strip of fabric that I realize is the seatbelt extender. And she waves it in front of my face like a garbage hypnotist. And she asked me if I'd found anybody to switch with. And I haven't put any work into this. So finally, a guy a couple rows back says he'll switch with me. So I gather my stuff and we're shuffling past each other. And once we get belly to belly, this guy grabs me by my shoulder and says, don't worry about it, bud. My best friend's fat. Like, that's going to help the situation at all. I guarantee you this guy also has a black friend and a gay friend, and he never stops telling people about it. So we get settled, and now I'm watching this guy get sent drinks, and he's getting high fives like he's some kind of hero, when really all he did was get a free upgrade. And I'm sitting a couple rows back with my bright red seatbelt, like a scarlet letter, like I'm the fat whore of this airplane. And I've never been more upset in my life. When I got to the airport finally, I saw a skinny guy in a Hawaiian shirt. You people think you can just appropriate my culture like this? I worked hard for this. Hawaiian shirts are like a trophy for me. I don't know if you guys know this, but fat people really have 3 shirt options. Hawaiian shirts, dumb stuff with birds like this, more Hawaiian shirts. I'd appreciate it if you guys gave me something. You guys ever been out of breath from just breathing? I've noticed recently that only people that die in traffic accidents get a sign that says where they died. Which I think is messed up, guys. Like if I died in an Outback Steakhouse, you're telling me they're not going to put a plaque up, like this is the Austin Kleeman Memorial booth? You can order an extra bloomin' onion if you like, and we'll pay respects to him. Honestly, I'd be cool with the free bread. It's just some thoughts. I don't know, if anybody's got like somebody in government, we could get this working, I'd really appreciate it. Do you guys believe in aliens? Yeah? I do too. I was talking to my buddy the other day, and he said he doesn't believe in aliens, which I think is messed up. I think Spanish people can accomplish anything. You guys are going to love the next one. I was raised by a single mom, and I have 2 sisters, so I know that stereotypes about women aren't true. Like growing up, I learned like women are strong, they're smart, they're great drivers. I was doing some research the other day, and I found out that Bruce Jenner had a perfect driving record. Caitlyn Jenner has killed a person in a traffic accident. So I don't know what to believe anymore, but it's not looking good, ladies. And this is making me question everything in my life. Like, growing up, I thought I was really smart. But I'm kind of starting to realize that I'm actually an idiot, and I'm just now finding out because nobody told me. For example, I distinctly remember thinking that north was just whichever direction I was facing until I was 16 years old. Honestly, I really still can't figure it out. I also distinctly remember failing a test in elementary school. The question was, what makes silk? I said, Asian women? I found out last week it was silkworms. So, guys, I mean, the writing's been on the wall the whole time, but I'm so dumb. All right, you guys have been a lot of fun. Are you ready to get this show moving? Yeah.